Hello. Today I am going to offer you the gift of a short restorative practice designed to help open through the shoulders, the chest and the upper body. Restorative practice is a really wonderful way of practicing yoga, rather than that really dynamic and fluid style that we use quite often. It's the complete opposite. Essentially, it's a lot of laying down, grabbing as many pillows and blankets as you can to support the body, and moving into a really deep state of rest. Helps to reset the nervous system, helps to reverse the negative effects of stress in the body. And I think now more than ever, it's something that's really important. It is something that I offer once a month, and I'm doing it as part of the group sessions as well. But I wanted to jump on here and offer you guys just a shorter version as well, so that if you find yourself a little bit overwhelmed, in need of a gentle release rather than an active stretch, then yeah, you can do this with me. And you don't need loads of props, loads of fancy bits and pieces of equipment. You can do this with a pillow. This is a pillow off of my bed. Or if you haven't got a pillow to hand, you can do it with a blanket. And all you're going to do with the blanket is roll it or fold it up so that it's like a little sausage shape. I am going to be using a pillow, and I'm going to keep the blanket handy because I might use it to prop underneath the head. But what I'm going to get you to do to start with is you're going to come to rest with that pillow underneath the rib cage. So what it's doing is it's lifting the ribs and it's opening up the front of the body. Take the feet a little bit wider, rest the knees together, or if you prefer, you can have the legs outstretched. It's really up to you. And your hands, your arms, really wherever you want them to be, wherever feels most comfortable. And so what is really important is, as you start a restorative practice, that you have a really good fidget and you make sure that you're comfortable, whichever position you choose to be in. You're fidgeting, you're adjusting, and then once you've found that perfect variation, that perfect expression for you, then you rest as still as you possibly can. So you're going to stretch yourself out, make yourself really comfortable here, and then I'm just going to set a timer so that I don't drift off to sleep, because whilst it's all right for you guys to drift off to sleep, I need to make sure that I don't just lay here for half an hour. So settle yourself down, take the arms out wide, or you can bring them up above the head if it feels better. Make sure the knees are resting against one another or the legs are outstretched. The object of this pose is for you to be doing as little as possible. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, sigh it out. And again, consciously deepening the breath. Exhale. And once more. And then let the breath come back to the nose. To prevent your brain from drifting off to the 100 other things it considers you should be thinking about, I'm going to give you parts of your body to focus on and to make sure that you're really consciously relaxing. You're asking them to do as little as possible. Start by taking your attention to the forehead. Smooth the forehead, soften the brow. Relax the muscles around the eyes. Soften the cheeks, jaws. Relax the tongue. Feel the chin tucking down towards the throat, the neck lengthening up to the back of the head. Shoulders broaden, arms are relaxed wherever you find them. The breath is gently easing its way in and out of the chest. You feel the support of the cushion at your back. Feel that gentle stretch through the belly. Run your attention through the curves of the spine, slowly making your way down to the tailbone. Soften through the hips. And let each of the legs rest just a little heavier here. The legs are outstretched, heels resting on the mat, toes dropping open. If the knees are bent, soles of the feet rest heavy against the ground, and knees pressing up against one another, supporting one another. Each exhalation encouraging your body to do a little less here. You can use your mind's eye to find the part of your body that is doing too much. Perhaps it's resisting the pose. Perhaps it's just calling for your attention. Take your whole attention, your whole awareness to that one specific spot of the body. And then breathe. Soft and easy rhythm of the breath. Encouraging the body to slowly release its grip. To do less. To just be. Holding the pose for just a couple more rounds of breath. Taking one last round of breath here. And then when you're ready, we're going to move into a side variation of this pose. So if they're not ready, I want you to slowly slide the feet in, rest the feet on the mat, knees bent. Shuffle the hips over towards the left side of your mat, and you're going to come and lay on the right side of your body. So now that pillow is up underneath the rib cage. If you've got another pillow that you want to stack between the knees, you can do that, make it feel a bit more comfortable. You can grab also a pillow or a blanket and just pop it underneath the head here, so you've got something to support yourself on. Okay. As before, take a fidget, make sure you're really comfortable here. So pillow's just underneath the rib cage, it's opening into the sides of the body. You can take this top arm up and over, you can rest it down in front of you on that pillow, again, wherever it feels good, wherever it feels best. And then once you've made all your adjustments and your fidgets, close the eyes again. Take a big breath in. And then a big breath out. Settling into the fact that for the next 10 minutes, there's nowhere you need to be. And we can take that same scan through the body. Relax the forehead, cheeks, all of the muscles of the jaws. Relax the neck, shoulders. Noticing how each pose feels different in the body, whether there's anything you can do to make it feel more comfortable. Relax through the ribs, the sides of the waist. Gradually coming to that understanding that the props are there to help you. They're there to hold the body in place. Run your awareness through the spine, the hips, Make sure you're relaxed all the way down to the tips of the toes. Again, search out the parts of your body that are working too hard, they're doing too much. And sometimes it's the places that you least expect. But whichever part of the body it is that's calling for your attention, take your attention there and then just breathe. It's not about forcing the breath in deep. It's about finding that soft, gentle, rolling rhythm. And each and every time that your mind wanders, it will, that's natural. Bring it back to notice the breath. Inhale follows exhale. Exhale follows inhale. There's that soft ocean quality to the breath. Now hold this pose for just a few more rounds of breath. And as you start to think about moving into your next pose, take your rotation to the inhale. It brings with it just that little lift in energy. It's going to give you just enough energy to move. And all we're going to do is roll over onto the left side. We're going to take the same pose, on the opposite side of the body. When you're ready, moving the arms, slowly rolling over onto your back. And then making your way all the way up onto the left side of your body. You guys can stay there, but I'm going to move so my head's at the other end. I can still see you. So again, this opposite side of the body might feel a little bit different, so make sure that you really adjust your props. That pillow sitting underneath the rib cage, perhaps you've got another pillow or a blanket resting underneath the head. Fidget and adjust and make sure you're comfortable. And then your right arm, either resting down on the pillow up by the face, or you can take it all the way up and above. You're getting that extra little stretch through the side of the ribs. It is important though that you're not looking to do as much as you possibly can here. The whole point of a restorative practice is that you're doing just enough, maybe even a little bit less. This is all about a practice of getting rid of the idea of doing, moving into a mindset of just being content. So once you've found where you're content to be on this left side, close the eyes, move your attention back towards the breath. And let go of any control or any effort in the breath. Allowing it to flow freely. Again, that soft ocean breath. And as you sit and observe the breath, I want you to imagine yourself at the beach. Imagine yourself observing the waves gently washing in and out. Perhaps you feel the warmth of the sun, or the cool breeze playing across your skin. Perhaps you can see the foam as the waves gently ripple in and out. Notice that they move in rhythm with the breath. The inhale draws the waves in and up the beach. The exhale allows it to recede and join back with the ocean. Inhale brings with it a sense of space. Exhale removes any effort. You can allow yourself to become lost in that rolling rhythm of the breath. That rolling rhythm of the waves. Each and every time that your mind drifts, draw it back. And the cleansing of the inhalation, the softening of the exhalation. Maybe feel the softness of the sand underneath you as you sit on the beach observing, with nowhere else to be. And slowly now allowing any last imagery to fade away. Slowly pulling your attention back to what you can feel. You can feel the breath coming into the ribs, into the waist, to the lungs. Feel that stretch of the inhalation. Notice how it's cool as it comes in through the nose and warmer as it leaves. Feel that little lift in energy of the inhalation. And allow that inhalation to start to push your attention out to the edges of your body. And start to wiggle the fingers, the toes, maybe rolling the wrists and the ankles. Taking a deep breath in, gently blink the eyes open. You can stay here a little bit longer if you want to. Or when you're ready, use your arms. Slowly push yourself up to sitting comfortably. And then give yourself a couple of minutes to just sit. Bringing yourself back into the present. Feeling the effect just 15 minutes of a restorative practice can have. Thanks for joining me. See you again soon. Namaste.